The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Mariota now on second down. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second down, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They go play action here on first down. Uncorks one. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now a second down throw for Mariota. They find some open field here. 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Well, partner, as the Cowboys come back out here, I want to ask you to assess the season. The first couple months of the year for Dallas starting to look like they'd be sitting at home in January. Then the Amari Cooper trade comes. They breeze through November unbeaten, part of a 5-game winning streak, but then a real head-scratcher, Week 15, they get shut out in Indianapolis.
You just wonder if all the wins that got them there, those 5, which were all tough, physical, hard-hitting battles, if it took a little bit out of them before they went on the road and lost Indianapolis in Week 15.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now for the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tennessee Titans, their situation right now, Charles, in a fight for a wild card spot. They've been a bit of a tough team to figure out this year, but hey, they're getting hot at the right time, and that's December.
Yeah, and they've got some signature wins along the way, don't they? Remember they beat Philadelphia earlier in the year at home in overtime. Remember they went on the road and beat Dallas right before Dallas started a streak of 5 straight wins. But you're exactly right, getting hot at the exact right time. Really jumped on Jacksonville in the Thursday night game not too long ago. Derrick Henry ran wild. How about the follow-up at New York against the Giants in Week 15? Ends up going for well over 100 again. So look out, because when their running game's going, the Tennessee Titans are tough to deal with.
Mariota on first down. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Steps away. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott, good take it the distance. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 70 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Titans now. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Mariota to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. I do want to take this time to mention that the next few months, very big in the competitive Madden Championship Series. A few weeks ago, we saw Skimbo go back-to-back.
That's right, back-to-back, 2nd straight year.
You're fired up. And then next up, the Madden Challenge, and it's a $190,000 prize pool, and the ladders to qualify for that tournament now available in MUT draft mode. Exciting things. By the way, do you have a gamer tag, Charlie?
No, I do not have a gamer tag. You must be a good player in order to earn a moniker.
To throw is Mariota, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 5. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long.
Four down. Check 9.
From the gun, Mariota, flush to his right. Caught right side, Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Mariota now from the 50. And Davis has it over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to Tennessee after this. A 1st down throw for Mariota. Stocker's got it. Complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd down, Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, is intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
4 down. Check, check.
To the air again, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Again, it's Mariota. And he finds his target. It's sharp. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Mariota to sharp that time for a Titan first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. This from 25 yards out. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A second down throw for Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Third and short yardage, Prescott, and that is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Gets around him. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Mariota flushed out right. And right side, Henry's got it. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed, they will keep possession of the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. On the crossing route, complete. That's Davis. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Luke Stocker, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They go to Elliott again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
46.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On third down, Elliott. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now another timeout here called by the Titans, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Prescott to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. And now it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Right back to him on first down. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Now Mariota. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch,